Alright, hello gamers, welcome back to the show. I am your charming self-proclaimed yet still humble host, Mukluk. Today is Guild Wars Tuesday, so we are once again hanging out in Tyria. Hope you guys are doing well. Man, we were up late last night trying to get that news video out. It was like over 2.5 hours, so it took YouTube forever to process the thing. I tried to include a TLDR of all the new changes that they're making to the game, like at the end of the video. But even the TLDR was like a half hour long. It was a lot. It was a lot. If any of you guys didn't see it yesterday, they are doing a big balance patch July 14th. And they released the notes yesterday, and it took a long time to go over them. There's a lot there. There's going to be support blade swarms, Condi blade swarms, Alak DPS rangers. A lot of new builds. Mike, I missed your stream last night. What do you think of the balance changes? So, I don't main every class, right? And just the Elementalist stuff was like a third of the patch. I don't know how good that's going to be afterward. I would say as a Ranger, I'm pretty happy with them and I'm looking forward to trying them. But, like, I'm not a Thief main, so I couldn't really tell you how Thief is going to play out after those changes. Click that. Alright. Well, I just finished watching the patch notes VOD. The changes seem interesting, but I find it very inconclusive with the updates on the spider. Oh. That took me a second. That took me a second. During the broadcast, what's his name? Cal got jumped by a spider on his wall, and he lost track of it. And you know what they say, chat? The only thing scarier than a spider is a spider you lost track of. Chip's using a scratching post. You guys might hear it. World v World Rifle Deadeye will be gone. Yeah, but it might be replaced by different Deadeye build. Maybe. Hopefully Gale Shot is better. Gale Shot... I think the only thing for Gale Shot was that Shrike was getting a small buff. Like, if I was to spend money on gems, should I grab the Living Stories or Infinite Gathering Tools? Between the two of those, I would get Living World. Because Infinite Gathering Tools is great. But you can get around not having Infinite Gathering Tools by just staying stocked with normal Gathering Tools. You can't really get around not having Living World. Mark, what's a good Luminary build for someone that misclicks a lot? What? That's a new one. I don't know, like, if you misclick a lot, I mean, do you misclick with the mouse a lot, or the keyboard, or both? Like, any build is going to be kind of handicapped if you're pressing the wrong keys. Alright, that one's done. Hello. Hey, Weevil. Hate to be a warrior main, so many Aurian weapons I have to make. You have to make, yeah. You're required to make them. I'm still new to keyboard. I look at the keyboard when typing. I mean, I can't really think of a build that doesn't involve pressing keys, so I think it's just going to require you to practice. As far as a good Luminary build, my go-to sites are usually like Guild Gen or Meta Battle or Snowcrows, and I would look at the list of Luminary builds they have there. Good morning, Muck and Chad. Hey, Roy. The Roy, our boy. Pistol thief. Yeah. There is a core guardian hammer build that's pretty much just auto attack and like one other key, but well, hey Laura. Okay, let's see. Trophy. Let's see, Bloodstone. Let's get Imperial Fragments. Okay. Alright, now the part characters. Like, is there anything you spend all that volatile magic on? I could turn it into gold at any time. Volatile magic can be spent on Living World Season 4 trophy shipments, which gets you, you know, bones, fangs, claws, stuff like that. And then I could just sell that for gold. So if I wish to, I could just liquidate all of it. But right now it doesn't take up any, you know, bag space or anything, so I don't really care. It's not in a rush. This is my first time seeing the Rainbow of Alts. To make Shining Blade or Orient's Fang as my main hand? I would be more of a Shining Blade enjoyer myself if it was between the two of them. What are the games you playing on stream nowadays except Guild Wars 2? Warframe. I've been learning Warframe recently. That's been an evening project. Terratech Legion was really fun for about a week, but I just recently put it down. I tried Gothic the other day, but I really didn't enjoy it, so I think I don't think I'm going to continue playing that. That's kind of it right now. Learning Warframe more like hating it? But you might be hating it. If I hated it, I wouldn't be continuing to stream it. That's not to say it's my favorite game. It has some problems, but I like it enough to continue playing it. How are you enjoying Warframe? Would you enjoy it if Guild Wars 3 would have a similar movement feeling? No, I wouldn't want Guild Wars 3 to be like that. I'm enjoying Warframe. Like, I like it, but I don't like... Okay, I like Guild Wars 1. I played Guild Wars 1 for like 100 hours. I love Guild Wars 2. I played it for 10,000 hours. If Guild Wars 3 is like Warframe, it's going to be like a play it through once and put it down game for me. It's not going to be a new addiction that I enjoy for years to come. So I would rather it be something else. I can transform you for... Since you don't play since you don't play Guild Wars 2 every day of the week, what days are EU days? It's morning. When I stream, like right now, is morning for me. It's 10 a.m. West Coast, NA, it's like 7 a.m. And for people in Europe, it's like Saturday or something. I don't know. Time zones are tough. So right now is prime time for EU, but it's not a very good gaming time for NA because most people are just waking up or going to work. When I stream in the evening for me, then that's when EU has gone to bed, but it's NA prime time. So right now I'm on EU. Later tonight I'll be on NA. Warframe streams are fun to watch. Hopefully you don't get bored of it, as there's a lot of content there. Very cool game. Yeah, I've gotten to some parts that are really grindy, and I don't know how I feel about, you know, putting the time into the grind. Like, for example, there's another Warframe, another character that I have access to now but to get the materials to build that frame and unlock that character, I need to... I'm going to just translate this to Guild Wars 2 terminology. There's a dungeon that takes like, I don't know, 10 minutes, and I need to run it like 30 or 40 times to get the mats. Very simple to explain, but very repetitive work. So I'm just like, I don't know if I got it in me to do that, you know. And there's a lot of things like that. So it's just, so I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just skip this one. But there's a lot of characters like that that are just super, super grindy, and I'm just like, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. So we'll see how far we go. Which frame? Oh gosh, it's a frame that looks like it's held up by puppet strings. Like, it's kind of like, got like a Harlequin vibe to it, but I can't remember its name. It's all about, like, gambling. Like, all her abilities are like, you know, roll the dice, and then this happens. Kome? Sure, if you say so. I should actually have my second frame. Hold on, how much have I played? 33 hours. So after 33 hours, I should have my second frame today. Valkyr has been building for the last 72 hours. So I should have Valkyr now. Grim Dawn released new X-Pack next month. Ooh. Grim Dawn was the biggest audience I had, you know, like 20 people, before becoming a Guild Wars 2 creator. A lot of fond memories of Grim Dawn. I love how your character select screen looks like Super Smash character select. Oh man, okay, if you haven't seen my character select, then you probably haven't seen the music video. Okay, break time. Thirsty.
We were meant to be, yeah, dancing in the moonlight, gazing at the stars so bright.
And now you can say you have seen it. Weaponized, monetized cringe, and we're all here for it. Where can I get the overlay tool for mount selection? If you do... Hold on. Let me punch in a command here. Alright, so I just put a command in the chat. And just a second. Okay, so that command opens up this webpage. So there's Blish HUD there. This video shows you how to set up Blish HUD. And this right here is the mount overlay to put all your mounts on one key. So that could get it. What is that area announcement thing you got going on there? I like the look of it. Hang on a sec. That link there is the answer to your question, Jung. Hey, Muckle. Hi, Am. I would like Warframe a lot more, but I don't know where to start. There's so much stuff. Yeah, like, Warframe, it, to me, is currently a fun game, and a large chunk of... There's a large audience for it. So, and that's it. Those are my requirements for will I continue streaming something. Am I having fun, and are people watching it? It's got a lot of issues, right? It's not a perfect game, but I'm having fun right now, so I'm still there for it for the time being. If the audience gets sick of it, or if I get sick of it, then we'll move on to something else. But right now, I'm still fine with it. Mike, what's the biggest advice you might have for other Guild Wars 2 creators that are starting out? Okay, so my advice for content creators in general that are starting out is this video right here. All the tips and tricks that I used my first 1,000 days streaming are in this video. Now, not like the same stuff doesn't work for every person, but I would say check that. And as far as like a Guild Wars 2 content creator specifically, try to find a niche. You know, whether you're making like build guides or PvP guides or raid guides or you know, doing news videos, whatever, try to find a niche. There's something that you feel like you can do well. It's almost like Muck anticipates these questions. No, anytime I get asked something I have a video for, I try to make like a command in the chat for it. And at this point, we've got like 100 or 200 commands. So there's a lot of them there. I played Warframe for 5,000 hours, but it's just not as fun as it used to be. Do you think it's not as fun as it used to be because you've done everything, or because the game itself became less fun? Because sometimes people say that, and it's not the game that changed, it's just that they have, you know, squeezed all the dopamine out that they can from it. I saw Crimson Desert will do a lot of changes, including the story. Will you try it again after that? Maybe. So with Crimson Desert, I played it for 5 hours, and then like a month later, I tried it again for like 10 minutes. And the thing with Crimson Desert was I didn't enjoy anything in it other than it was beautiful. The controls were bad. The combat felt bad. The gameplay felt bad. The writing was terrible. You know, the interface was bad. Going through the inventory was bad. Now, I have heard they have fixed a lot of stuff, and power to them, but it was like, Guild Wars 2, I love the combat system. If I'm at a point of the game where the writing is bad, I'm still happy because I'm enjoying the combat, which is like something I'm doing almost all the time. But Crimson Desert, there was nothing I liked, other than it was pretty. So, I could give it another try after that, but I mean... Like I told you that after like a month, I logged back in and I tried it for like 10 minutes. Like in those 10 minutes, just, you know, messing with the controls, I was like, okay, they haven't visited any of these problems. And then I just put it down again. What's your main class? Ranger. Sorry to hear the chat was spoiling and backseating Gothic yesterday. Will you give it another attempt to refund the game? I got a free key for it, Wind, which makes it really unprofessional how I snapped yesterday. But no, I wasn't having fun. And then on top of that, there was tons of backseating and spoilers and stuff like that. And I think I'm done. I think I'm done. Crimson Desert's like a thrift store. There's some neat things in there, but it's a hodgepodge of other people's ideas of product. Without actually having its own ideas, is trying to do good sales. Chat strikes again. Yeah, they're normally not that bad. It's the first time in 8 years of daily streams that I basically just hit the stop streaming button and it just left. I mean, as far as crash outs go, it's a pretty shallow crash out, but yeah, I just pulled the plug. I was done. Hope you streamers get it solved with a copyright thing. Oh my god, that one. That's a whole nother beast. Hang on, let me show that one. So, for those who haven't heard, a Mighty Teapot is trying to get YouTube's attention, but of course he's just getting the bot responses. And I put it on blast as well, and essentially anytime we stream Guild Wars 2, and it plays some of the original music from the game, the music sounds similar enough to these songs that are not in Guild Wars 2 at all. And there's some company with like an auto-claiming bot that is just like striking every single VOD. And they're basically just taking all the revenue from every time any of the Guild Wars content creators streams to YouTube. And... where is it? Hang on a second. So here's Karoto posting theirs. Annie Fuchsia is saying that she loses all of hers. There's hers. Marco Meatball, Pasta Sauce, Chunky Ninja, Teapot, Luxthos. Like, all of us are just, anytime we stream Guild Wars 2 to YouTube, the very faint music you hear in the background right now is getting claimed by this third party, and it's being identified as not even the same song. And the thing is to, if the YouTube bot basically says, oh, well, you can dispute this. But the thing is, like, look, on one VOD, I would have to fill out the paperwork 4 times to just dispute this VOD. And it's happening every single stream. So I'm, like, drowning in this. Like, I cannot dispute all of these. I'm just, like, absolutely drowning in false claims. And we've notified ArenaNet, and I know they have, like, their legal team is trying to get to the bottom of it and to handle it, because it doesn't look good for them either. But for the last couple of months, this has been an ongoing problem. Let's see. There's a company that does those disputes. YouTube stuff is so messy. I don't remember who, but there was an artist who was claimed on his own song by a third party using a sample in their stuff. Yeah, I've had stuff happen like that too. We once bought the rights for a song to get made for this channel. And what is this? Oh, cool. And someone else had a song that had like a very similar beat and just started claiming it every time that we played it, even though we had the rights to it. And it got to the point where it was just too much work to keep it on the channel. And unfortunately, with YouTube, there is no, like, help desk that you can call and wait on hold for an hour and then talk to a human being and get it addressed. You have to just kind of, like, yell into the void and hope they respond. Do you have the issues on Twitch? No, I don't have the issues on Twitch. Twitch has its own problems. It's not perfect, but I have not had this issue on Twitch. I was seeing what outfits are on here. I think those are the same ones as last time I checked. All my favorite DJs are leaving Twitch now over the DJ program becoming so bad. DJ program? Oh, I should put on my disguise. There we go. Like Clark Kent putting on his glasses. I only got the Warclaw on Jane through Wild, so I'm not familiar with how it works in World v World. The Warclaw in World v World, I mean, the Warclaw was originally designed to be a World v World mount, so it has a few special skills, like it can throw a spear at a target, and if it hits them, both of you are dismounted, so you can force someone into a fight. Chain pull attaches a chain to a gate, and you can start pulling on it and doing damage to it, but it uses up supplies. However, it's not efficient, so unless you've got a whole bunch of people doing it, it's better to just build a catapult. Why is Mike controlling a different account? I'm not. I'm a good bowler. Was the thing Twitch made specifically for DJs, which was slated to be good for them, their own category, etc., the minor restrictions and major restrictions, record labels wanting more of each streamer's revenue to the point where they make less than $1 per sub, I think. Yeah, I'm not very knowledgeable on that topic, just because that's a bit outside my wheelhouse. One thing I'm curious of in the upcoming batch, Glyph of Equality gives stability in PvE, but does not in World v World or PvP. And they said they're adding stability to the PvP glyph. But there was no mention in the notes on if they're doing it for equality. So that's definitely something I want to know more of. Because they were talking about trying to make support druid more possible. So I would like to think they're going to add the stability to it in World v World as well. But I don't know. We'll see. Thank you. Is druid not a full support class right now? Druid can be played in largely two ways, which is a duelist using the Eclipse trait that turns their heals into condition spells, or as a support, like a healer. However, a druid in World v World currently cannot give its team stability other than by burning the mass res skill. When does Fractal Rush start? I do not know. Normal patch time is in like an hour and a half, so if it starts today, it would probably be around that time. Did they mention if Astro Wisp on staff will still do damage to enemies in the update? They did not. Honestly, it does like 500 damage, so I'm not really worried about that. But they did not mention that. I like the Blood Moon days for PvE. Yeah, they're taking that away. What type of Gen 3 Leggy weapon variant is best? Weapon variant? I mean, it's cosmetic, so it's whatever one makes you go, I think the Zytan ones are pretty cool. With like the little teeth on them. As well as the... Oh, what is it called? What is it called? Oh, this guy's about to have a bad time. Mordramoth, the unsheathing animations are pretty fun. Mordramoth has like the big vine that goes around you when you unsheath it. What is going on over here? Oh, that's way too many people. Ooh. That was way too many people. I've been wanting to get into World v World and PvP. What's the best way to start? Exclamation PvP or exclamation WVW in my chat. We'll pull up the guys I've made on those. watch the guide for the game mode you're interested in trying, and that'll get you, like, the general information you need. Neighbor is mowing their lawn. Okay, we got green v red here. I would love to mess with them, but I don't want to just feed a kill. What's he fighting? Oh, Deadeye. Oh, she glided away. Oh my gosh! That's so much damage. That was crazy. I stunned him like 3 times and it's still just so much damage. That Rit was trying to bait someone? Yeah, I guess. He gave me a beating. Could anyone buy me the Mistwalker infusion? Wait, what? Pinecone's like, hi guys, I'm here to beg for thousands of gold. Thank you. No. Good morning, Monk. Happy birthday, Blue. Hi, Creative. What's going on here? Teammate saved. Struggling a bit to get into World v World. I have a guild, but there's no real World v World community in there. So for guilds, I joined that do World v World. Domain B presence as you're online. Taking freedom ways to play the game. New way to approach this. Could do what I'm doing. Just go in there alone. Could run around and solo roam, or just find a blob and start following him. But if you want, like, a scheduled one, like, oh, yeah, we run every Friday from 8 to midnight or something, then, yeah, you'd have to, like, talk to people and figure that out. Muck, what are you using to display YouTube and Twitch at the same time on screen? A third-party tool called streamer.bot and a plugin for it. Basically, the two chats are fed to a third-party application on my computer, and that application runs the,
Offering my 66th sacrifice to Bezos to ward off the ads.
Dude, what? Hang on. I had 2 stability, started casting a skill, and I lost the stability and the skill was interrupted, and I don't know what a hollow did to boon rip me, unless he used, like, throw mine or something. God, his freaking boons. Why is my pet not attacking? It's not dead, it's not stunned. Dude, it's like my pet AI just broke. He was just like not doing anything. I couldn't get him to stun the hollow.
But Muck, with the release of Guild Wars
But
5,
Muck, banned.
Skyrim Bound, will it have a day one legendary guide from you? Well, I downed the Weaver, but too many of his friends showed up. Oh, the Dredge group. Ugh. I hate fighting this group of NPCs. It's just non-stop stuns. Okay, it's a bit sus that you're already here again, but okay. My pet is pathing terribly right now.
Oh my god, the CC. I haven't fought a good holo in a while. This is really annoying. I also don't know how he keeps using up all my stability. Every time I try to, and he's like immune to immobilize like all the time. Every time I try to do Astral 5, my stab gets eaten and it gets interrupted. Evade, 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 evade. The perma resistance is really bad for me, cause like, oh wow, nice about face there. That was wonderful. The fact that, dude, is this just lag 'cause I'm on EU? Like just twice there, I hit a button and it didn't go off. That was really weird. I don't. Let me check that. 124 ping right now. Like that guy just had perma resistance, and I don't usually see that on engineers. I felt like I was fighting a warrior there because I could never immobilize him for more than 1 second. He couldn't kill me and I couldn't kill him, but he was getting a lot closer to killing me than I was to killing him. What's the plugin for the streamer bot thing? Let me try to find a safe spot. Hang on. This guy made it. I'll give you the link. That's it. Do you think Bladesworn is good for PvE? It's fine. Bladesworn's fine for PvE. It's going to be getting more builds very soon. But right now I'd say it's currently fine. Is there new Guild Wars 3 news today? Not that I know of. It's possible there will be later, but not that I know of. And I just realized while I was struggling with that holo, I even had 25 stacks of corruption, so I had an extra 250 condition damage. And I felt like I still never even got him low, because he was just like constant resistance, constant cleansing, and constant like knocking me around. Hacks? No, not hacks, just nerf holo. Why don't you play Scrapper or Mech anymore? What happened? Just get... I mean, they're both fun. I still enjoy them, but I just enjoy my Ranger more. Same could be said for Scourge or Ritualist. Gonna go try to do that. Mike, you didn't answer my question. What was your question? Hold on. I'm checking your chat history. Will there be a day one legendary guide from you? That, dude, I should time you out for wasting my time scrolling up for that. I don't think there's going to be day one legendaries in Guild Wars 3. Any guides for Mistbound? Mistbound is being released in China. I don't live in China. I won't have it. Alright, got the Mirage. Not going to VPN for Mistbound?
Hey, look, it's the tree of birds. How are you today?
And then what? And then all the cards are written in Chinese? Like, that still isn't gonna help me. Not gonna be able to read them. Is there a barber shop in Guild Wars 2? There's not a barber shop. There is a endgame item that allows you to change your appearance an infinite number of times. And then there are these little token things you can get that allow you to do like a one-time appearance change. That's the wrong one. Shoot. Oh my god, the chill. There's another person. There's 2 Mirages here. I had to click that movement skill like 4 times. Oh, now there's a Dragon Hunter. Two Mirages, but it feels like a Zerg. Yeah. There's so many icons. I was trying to do, there's a trick you can do if you're fighting a Mesmer where you put like a target marker on them and then you can distinguish them from the clones, but every time they vanish, the markers disappear. Shoot, that might be me dead. That random guy showing up and interrupting my, movement skill. No, they didn't capitalize on it. There was a moment there where I was completely vulnerable, but they didn't do anything with it. You can put a personal marker on them instead of the general marker. Does that help? Hey, Muk, long time lurker. Just want to say thanks for the content. It's fantastic. Hopefully you're doing okay from a love from Australia. Hey, Lothani, thank you. Appreciate that. We are doing all right over here. Alt-T? Nope, that just used my signet. It's not Alt-T for me. Set personal target. I have made over 100 guides for this game. I've never seen this before in my life. I don't know if that's going to help. I mean, I could do both of them. Again, though, the reason I mentioned it was because of the Mesmer that kept vanishing. I don't know if this would be reset through stealth. And Untamed. No? Okay. It just immediately turns and runs. Honestly, a good Untamed... Like, I'm a good Untamed in PvE. I think I'm an okay Untamed in PvP. But in PvP, a good Untamed would be a rough match for me because the Stink Cloud shuts down projectiles, which is one of my main sources of damage. Ah, shoot. Someone shows up now? Oh my god. Wow. Thank you, frogs. Got saved by Kermit. I mean, I might have been okay without him, but they definitely helped. Took a while, but finally got the resource camp. I like fighting around this keep when it's possible, just because I like underwater combat. And sometimes it results in fights in the water. I thought about getting the Guild Wars 2 again with a support character. I watched your analysis of all the current support professions. I was curious, do you think shields are noteworthy for any of them, or is it a horse apiece if you... Horse apiece? If you shield or just heal? So, I will say that video that you watched was made before the most recent round of Elite Specs, so there's a couple of more supports now that aren't in that video, such as Paragon, Ritualist, Luminary, and a few others. When you say shields, if you mean like putting shields on other people, I don't know if you're talking about Aegis or Barrier. If you mean shields like what supports wield a shield, like, you know, literally a shield in their hand, Engineer can, Mesmer can, possibly a couple of others. Sorry, I meant Barrier. Okay, so the supports that do a lot of Barrier would be Mechanist, Spectre, and Scourge. I think that's it. There are some skills that can provide a tiny bit of Barrier on other classes, but those are the ones that really pump it. Troubadour? Oh, yeah, Troubadour can also. Troubadour is a little different than the others. Instead of, like, constantly trickling Barrier to your teammates all the time, they're like, every 20 seconds, I'm just going to drop a massive Barrier. And it's just like, you know, huge barriers less often. What are some of your favorite summoners and pet classes across all games? Oh man, I mean... I've dabbled in summoners in many different action RPGs, you know, like Last Epoch, Grim Dawn, all of the Diablos, Path of Exile 1 and 2. You know which one had the best pathing? I forever remember this, because, like, in this game, for example, the pathing for the summon is not great. Like, your pet can end up on some really bad routes. Like, if the enemy jumps down here, the pet has to run all the way around, for example, right? I think it was Borderlands, the pre-sequel. There was a character, that might be the wrong one. There was a Borderlands with a character named Flack, and he had a robot animal pet. Or, like, he was a robot with animal pets or something like that. That pet had the best pathing in any game I've ever seen. Like, if there was a flyer, the pet would leap on the wall and leap off the wall to tackle the flying thing. If the guy was like up here sniping, it would like boop, 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 it would find a way up there. It would get there to kill it. Like the pathing was really good. Like there was never an enemy in a spot where the pet couldn't reach them. It was just like, how long will it take the pet to reach them? There was always pathing. So not like I played through that game once and I liked it, but it just really stuck in my mind how good the AI pathing was in that. Taking a risk here. Oh, man. That hurt. Like, when I said I'm taking a risk here, I was standing in his AoE to get my big damage ability off. And I was like, yeah, one of us is going to take a large amount of damage in a second. Ah, that was scary. That was, I mean, he wasn't really glassy, but as far as conduits go, that was kind of a glass cannon. What ranger build is he running in World v World? If you do exclamation build, there's a link for my ranger, and I'm currently running build and equipment number 6. I've got 3 different World v World builds, but this is a this is like a Condi roamer. It's meant to be able to you know, like duel people, and that doesn't mean I can win every 1v1, but I'd win a decent amount of them. Are you getting stream sniped less with the changed outfit? I remember you having a hard time a few weeks ago. The issue a couple of weeks ago was 2 specific people. And yeah, I can't see their names in World v World, but you know, their appearance, I could tell. It was 2 specific individuals, and they were running very high mobility, very tanky builds, and their whole thing that they wanted to do was simply keep me in combat forever. Like, just stay on me and keep just hitting me with, like, slow and crippled nonstop and prevent me from ever being able to mount or get away from them. And they weren't even trying to kill me, just keep me in combat forever. And after, like, 3 or 4 days of this, because, like, when they would start doing their thing, I would just swap maps and try to just get away from them, and they would swap with me. So it was like, okay, these guys are stream sniping, it's becoming a problem. So I reported them. I haven't seen them since. I don't know if anything happened from the report or if I just got lucky and they just got bored of it. But it wasn't like I was getting stream sniped all the time. It was just like 2 people that it was really obvious. As far as the outfit thing, I don't know if it helps a lot, but occasionally people will use the stream to try to find me in-game, and occasionally people see themselves fighting someone with a wizard hat in-game and then open the stream. So it really only helps with the latter of the 2. Muck, with World v World servers gone, where would one go to find different alliances from different tiers? I actually don't know, chat, if you've got any input on this. Like, I typically just join a random one, but I'm in here usually solo.
Nikimura raided my stream with 13 viewers.
Hey, Nikki, thank you. Appreciate that. We're just hanging out in Tyria doing a bit of World v World right now. Hey, how are you? Doing alright? Got another minute on this. Those poor frogs. Fighting an invulnerable supervisor. They were probably trolling for the fun of it. Oh, without a doubt. I mean, that's what... that's literally what trolls do, is it's fun for them. But, yeah, I don't know if they got bored and moved on, or if the reports did anything. I should equip the wizard hat to see if people are dumb enough to think I'm you despite playing Guardian. You could if you wished. The last frog falls. Poor frogs. Seeing if anyone else is coming. I've still got the outnumbered buff, which is awesome, because you get way more rewards while you have this. But that means there's a lot of green and or red around here. Probably fighting a castle? Possibly. Got a minute on that camp. I guess I can get the sentry first. Box says, I hate nothing more than what they did to World v World and servers. I still don't play because of it. I think it was a good change. I would say it largely didn't really affect me much, but making it to where you can play World v World with your friends, even if they're on a different server, I think is a good change. Oh, what's that? There's a vert over there. Hello. No, I fell. What's it gonna be? Are we doing this or not? Alright, you know what? I'm gonna get all the mobs, and it's up to you if you want to join them. I'm a chicken. I am no longer a chicken. That was a very short chicken. Ow. That downstate mesmer skill. Pain. Which skin are you using on your Warclaw? Right now, the default one from Janthier. Another thing that I felt made me pretty noticeable is I was basically always using the plushy tiger skin. So I changed that up too. I would rather fight the dredge, the frog NPCs than the dredge, just because they constantly stun you. I think if, I don't know if it will again, if Glyph of Equality ends up getting the stability stacks inside World v World, I will probably end up using it in place of the Signet of Renewal. He just let me cap that. I didn't think he would. Well, now you've got the NPCs too, buddy. Man, if he hadn't hesitated on running in, he would have prevented the cap and wouldn't have had the NPCs on him. Anyway, yeah, Glyph of Equality, I'd probably put it right here. I know some variations of this build already use it just for the days, but I would want the stab on it too. Is this the same one I just fought? I think it is. She reflected everything. She might go down from Condi's. Nope, she just cleansed. She's okay. Any advice for getting Jawbreakers during Dragon Bash? I think mainly farming the, what is it called? The arena? I think that is a source of a lot. Chat, you got any more input on that? I didn't do Dragon Bash this year because I was just like, I did it so much last year, I didn't really want to. Dang. She's downstate. Can't finish her though, unless I like get out of combat, swap longbow, and get back there, but there's too many other people, so that's not gonna work. Len Combs says Dragon Bash is over in 20 minutes. I mean, you could buy a whole bunch of Jawbreakers off the TP and then get whatever you want with them, but you're gonna have to act fast. Vindicator and Herald. Double Rev. Dude, there's two of you. Why are you backing up to your keep? I mean, going into a 1v2 already favors them, but they're just like backing up to the tower. Well, I have been a thorn in green side for quite some time now. Maybe I should go hit red side. Timer in game says 3 hours left. You know, right you are. Festival ends in 3 hours. You do have more time if you want to play with the Dragon Bash stuff. I gotta say, it's such a small thing, but I'm looking forward to that Staff 2 change for Druid. Because, well, or Ranger. Because Staff 2 is such a... I don't think I've used it in World v World a single time today. It's like such a weak skill. It's debatably better than an auto attack. So them making it like easier to use sounds fantastic. Oh gosh. Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't go invisible. Oh, it's a Muck and Willbender. Okay, I left combat. Woo! That was scary. I was happy to... Oh, yeah. Yo, Mech, I'll fight you. Hang on. Alright. I feel bad saying this as someone who mained mech for a long time, but I consider mechs to be a free kill. It's not often they surprise me with anything. Like, I love mech because it's a pet class, and I love pet classes, but the problem is that if you have a mechanist, they don't have a tool belt. So they don't have a lot of variation in their build. They got a giant robot. They almost always have shift signet. And then there's two more things. And if they're running anything offensive in those utility slots, they've only got one stun break and one condition cleanse, and it cleanses two conditions. And so that's not enough condition cleanse fighting me, and that's not enough stun breaks fighting me. So I love playing mech, but it feels like you don't have a lot of get out of trouble buttons. Connie World World Roamer is very abusive, especially with the dazes, hence the Blood Moon slight nerfing coming. If you run Healing Spring instead of Troll Unguent, your 1vx potential is higher too. I actually had Healing Spring there, because you just take this trait, which buffs Healing Spring, and then you take Healing Spring. I don't know, I could swap it back for a bit. I felt like with Troll Unguent, I always got the full heal, because let's say you're running and you can't stop. Troll Unguent will heal you for 8k, and Healing Spring will heal you for 5.5k. But if you can stop, and you get the regen from the Healing Spring, then you get the same healing or more, but you also get more condition cleanses. If you're with other people, Healing Spring's definitely better, because it affects them also. But if you're on your own, I think it's dependent upon the situation. Like, your inventory is oppressive? What? Look. I'm willing to bet that I have more free space than you have inventory size. It's fine. Are you running Viper? This build I got from a guy named Paper Roll on YouTube. And it is 2/3 Trailblazer and 1/3 Apothecary. Oh my god! That's why he was running. He's got friends in the tunnels! Oh, that barrier. Very good, very good. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay. I lost track of the Daredevil. Okay, I got the Scrapper down. Ho ho! They're gonna go res the guy, but I got the kill. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Hey Muck, what's your favorite soundtrack in any video game ever? Easy question, right? There's a lot. Oh, hold on a sec. One of my favorite soundtracks in video gaming is attached to when someone gives 10 subs on Twitch. It's the Vampire Survivors jingle for when you find a legendary chest. Oh. Nice. Positioning myself so that my arrows pierce through both of them. Favorite soundtrack? Man, okay, like Hades, fantastic. Soulstone Survivors, fantastic. Vampire Survivors has a few really cool jingles. In Guild Wars 2, what is it called? The first boss in the Nightmare Fractal. Freaking love that one. The Twin Largos sound. That one's really good. Like there's a bunch of them for sure. Oh, I got a minute and a half on that. Just say Diablo. The Diablo 1 Tristram soundtrack obviously has like major nostalgia for me, but I wouldn't say that that's like something I put on my playlist and rock out to. Undertale. I played Undertale once, and like the main soundtrack, the main song that I remember is Megalovania, which everybody knows that one. Yeah, that is a fun one. Witcher 3 was good. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Look, why so many viewers today? It's almost 500, common for Tuesday mornings. How's your throat? Did they do the needle thingy yet? What's up, Darth? So I would say any Tuesday that, because I play Guild Wars 2 on Tuesdays, and Guild Wars 2 is what I'm most, the category I'm most known for. So I would say anytime I do Guild Wars 2, my numbers are better. As far as the throat thing, I need to clip that, because honestly, it doesn't help my throat telling a 10-minute story every time somebody asks. Give me a minute, Darth. I will get you an answer, but let me try to make a link for it. Just a minute. What day of the week was Thursday? That was the 25th? Let's see. Wait, no. I'm stupid. That's next. No, 18th. 18th is what I need. I think it was this one? Hang on. I'm pretty sure it was this one. Okay. Okay. Might make a clip of this or something, because I'm happy to share this information, but I don't want to tell the story 20 times. So, how was the doctor's appointment today? I went there fully. Okay, there we go. Injection in the neck, which is going to basically, body can tell them if something's wrong with this. I have no idea currently. I'm gonna read up way home, because I skipped lunch, and I was driving home, and it was like 3 p.m. and I met a call. Hang on. I think that's it. I think I caught you guys up at the moment. Okay. Doc appointment. All right. I'm gonna give you a link to this as soon as it's done processing. That's a fast answer. Well, I knew exactly where it was. You're ever since I said maybe I'll clip this out, you're the first person I asked since then. Monk, will you play Guild Wars Reforged on mobile? No. Probably not. I just did a playthrough of Guild Wars Factions, just like very recently. So shoot. I'm not itching to play Guild Wars again at this time, whether it's on mobile or not. Okay. All right. At Darth. Wait, why won't it let me do at Darth? Oh, it's at I am Darth Mole. I've called you Darth Mole for so long, I didn't even know that your name was I am Darth Mole until I went to type it. All right, that's it if anybody else wants it to. I'm happy to share the story. It makes my throat worse by telling it every time. Oh. Okay, there's somebody else coming. We back up. Is that the same person I just fought? Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. Oh, someone else is here. Oh, no. Okay, I got a ranger down. Shoot, I don't think I can stop the res. I don't have any tools for that at the moment.
Crap. There's another one here. Literally 2 pillows fighting each other? What, dude, what, my pet was dead, and I killed the ranger, and I was fighting the necro. And I really am better off in a fight when I've got something to line of sight around. So I'm trying to see... Oh, you can't go through that? Oh man, that sucks for me. Alright. Gale shot's down. I need to make sure she doesn't res him. I stunned her right when she got out of Shroud, so she couldn't use her Condi Cleanse. She was able to, but it was a bit late. Got her. Hey, I won the 1v2. Nice. Now, they respawn right over there. She could easily come over... Oh, God. Wait, are these the same two? No, that's 2 Gale shots. No, that's a Gale shot and a Core Ranger. Crap. Thief? Yeah. Daredevil. Daredevil was more of a threat than both those Rangers combined. GG. It was fun there. I got a lot of kills over there before they finally got me. Nostria says, hi from Germany. I found your channel a few days ago because your videos with Nagura. Oh, nice. As a longtime Guild Wars player since Prophecies, may I ask your take on weapon swaps? I never understood why nearly all builds out there go with both weapon sets equipped, because I do not fully understand the benefit I get from swapping weapons during battle. Nostria, I can absolutely answer that for you. Okay, so, if you look at my character here, all right, I've got these skills, and then if I weapon swap, I got these skills. This is a staff, and the other's a short bow. Okay, for this example, just pretend that all my buttons just do damage, okay? So if I'm in a fight, my one button is just my basic attack. It does the least damage. The other buttons do much more damage, but have longer cooldowns. So I want to hit those anytime they're up, and then just use the basic attack when those buttons are cooling down, okay? Now, if you've used every single button on your weapon, swap to the other one, because it's recharged. Use every button on that one, and then swap again. So, essentially, you know, and again, this is super simplifying it. It makes it to where, you're encouraged to constantly swap between your weapons to get the most damage out of them. Now, like, the build I'm playing right now is a Druid, and I've got a third weapon swap, which is right here, called Celestial Avatar. It's like an energy mode. And these are very powerful attacks as well that hit everything around me. So when I'm playing this build, I'm constantly swapping between my short bow and this energy mode, and then my last weapon, the staff, is more of a utility thing. It has a lot of movement. I can make a wall to block bullets, stuff like that. So for some builds, the second weapon is just more damage, and you just swap back and forth between them and hit all the buttons as often as you can. For other builds, one of your weapons might be a utility thing, and you swap to it when you need heals, or when you need to move, or when you need a buff, or something like that. There is also, yes, as Drankin just pointed out, there are sigils you can put on your weapons. For example, Superior Sigil of Doom. Your next attack will do 3 stacks of poison for 8 seconds after you swap to this weapon. So if you've got sigils like this on your weapons, you are getting bonuses for swapping, because you'll trigger those sigils more often. So again, that is the simplified version of it, but I hope that made sense. Thanks to the doc update. Have you tried to use the muscle relaxers yet? Yes. Yes. I think, fingers crossed, I dare to say that I think they might be working. Because it is still really sore right now, and talking still hurts a bit. But it's not doing the... I had 2 symptoms. One was chronic pain. I just had nonstop pain for the last 6 months. And the other was the more I talked, the more the pain built up thing. The build-up pain has not been happening since Thursday when I started taking the muscle relaxers. It's really hard to get out of bed in the morning because they make me just... like, my arms don't work. But I think that actually signifies that the problem I've had for 6 months, it was like a muscle locked up in my throat. And the muscle relaxers are forcing it to chill out. So, I dare to hope. Thanks. Yeah, especially the skill cooldown makes it more appealing. Thank you. You're very welcome. Yeah. And just as a few other examples, Nostria, like Engineer, baseline does not have a weapon swap. However, they have kits down here on their bar. So like they could have like a grenade kit, and they click grenade kit, and they weapon swap to a bunch of different grenades. So an Engineer can run up to 5 additional weapon swaps if they put a kit in every single slot. But they don't have the conventional weapon swap that the others have. Wait. Oh, it says World v World is resetting. Well, okay. Today's not World v World reset day, is it? Or is it just because new build? Did you happen to see my earlier question about your challenge runs? I clicked on your doctor video and may have missed your answer. Let me scroll up, Murph. Hang on. I just finished your Craftflux challenge series. Good times had watching it. Any other challenge runs for Guild Wars 2 you have done that you recommend? I'm glad you enjoyed it. I have not done any other Guild Wars 2 challenge runs, no. That was the only one I did besides like my main account. Alright, hang on. Let me restart my game. Singing is back as he hurt his throat. Talking, yeah. Assuming I could sing, the answer would be yes. Small update notes. Hang on. But yeah, like, it is pretty sore right now, and I think part of that is because we read patch notes for 3 hours yesterday. So once again, Guild Wars 2 is trying to kill me. So... Did you get the results on the thyroid test? Yeah, they didn't find anything wrong. Yeah, one of the things during the doctor visit is they drew blood to do some kind of thyroid test. I don't know much about how that works, but they found nothing wrong with it, they said. So that was not the issue. Added a stump to Brisbane Wildlands that will allow roller beetles to more easily ramp over a particular tree root. Oh my god, I know the exact one they're talking about. The Brisbane Wildlands race sucks. It's really, really long, and if you do anything wrong, you won't make the time. The Evil Branch. Dude, that is so funny that in 2026 they're updating that. Mini basket chair, picnic. Okay. Yeah, pretty minor stuff. I don't think I would do a video on that. They did say they were revisiting old content. Yeah, but they said they were going to be starting that after, They said they were going to be doing that after the current expansion ends. Mug, is this something you want to use for our future thumbnails? It's from your patch preview. Oh my god. It's like fighting my ad blocker. I can't load the page. If you want to send it to me on like Discord, I'll take a look at it. I don't know what it is, but it's like fighting my ad blocker. Is Roller Beetle worth getting? Yeah. If you're just in a big open area on the ground and you're just got to travel a great distance, it's the fastest thing. I wonder, so after World v World reset on like Fridays, it gets really laggy. I wonder if that's going to happen again. Guess we'll find out. New gem store items? Oh, what do we got? Sporty vacation appearance package. What the heck? Why do I have a collar with no shirt? And a fanny pack? The parasail glider. The summer runner package. Okay. That outfit could be used for your World v World disguise? Oh god. Mike, did you thought about going back to the throat exercises on the new meds? Previous doc suggests your muscle could be strong for that. Maybe now it would work better. I didn't consider that, no. Maybe. Have you thought about cutting down your streaming time, bro, to see if that helps? I have, yeah. Yep. I have considered it. Like, Tuesdays are always the biggest day of the week for me, because, you know, Guild Wars Tuesday. So I didn't want to do it this morning. But, yeah, I would consider... Like, if I were going to take the time off, the first thing I would do would be, like, no morning streams for, like, a week. Other than possibly Tuesday. There was a week early on in the attempted recovery period where we took like a week off and I just streamed for like a half hour each evening and I hardly talked just to keep the streak alive. And during that time, it didn't recover at all, but I was apparently not on the right medication at that time. Discord DMs. How much time did you spend cutting that out? Thank you. I'm gonna put it on a thumbnail. Pogging. Can't wait to play Skitari. Yeah, Skitari looks fun. The new class in Dark Tide. The Adeptus Mechanicus. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. 20 gifted subs from Darth Mole. Thank you, Darth. That was very generous. Money towards your time off. Thank you. Appreciate that very, very much. Yeah. Oh no, dude, what? This is not the same Mirage as earlier. Dude, you started this fight. Get back here. Alright. I mean, let's be honest. I'd do the same. If I was losing a fight and I could get away, I would. Alright, there's like 3 more coming. Oh, I had him that time. I had him, but those other folks showed up. Wait, what is he doing? Two ranger pets? I mean, if y'all don't love your pets, I'll handle it. Wait. What? What? I accidentally downed the Mirage again? I don't even know when I did it that time. Why are you running? Ah. Think I'm doomed. Dude, I'm so disoriented right now. Your friends didn't come with you, dude. It's just me and you. He's like, wait, no, 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 no. I'm lucky. That Mirage is easier to handle than, I think because he's power. He was using Greatsword, right? I don't know if that's like a general thing, but the other two Mirages today that I couldn't kill were Condi. And he's power, and I was able to handle him just fine. How do you have 3 people on you and not pop instantly? Is it because of the stats you use? It's a combination of things. Going in and out of invisibility, dodging, you know, big hits. The stats I use are part of it. The constantly line of sighting around objects. If you rewatch that fight, I was running around trees and stuff constantly, trying to not let them... hang on. You fool. This makes it easier for me. I was moving around trees and stuff constantly, trying to not let them have line of sight of me for as much as possible. Like, Druid has a couple of attacks that do not require line of sight. They just hit a radius around them. So I was constantly trying to line of sight around the tree, which screws them up, but it doesn't screw me up. Someone else is here. I don't know what. There's another someone else here. Virtuoso. Alright, so I don't have like a tree or anything. I can move around really well here. So I'm moving, and we got a Soul Beast also. Dodge rolled that, because that NPC will like to stun you and immobilize you. So like I said, tree doesn't mess me up nearly as much as it does them. She's down. Trying to finish off the down state so she doesn't get back up. I think I got her. Real one's over there. Clones wouldn't back off. This is either 20 people or 2 Mirages. I'm not sure. Yeah, I can't even tell what's happening. Okay, I see an elixir gun. There's an engineer in that pile. There's a Virtuoso, a Mirage, an Untamed, a Hollowsmith. Yeah, I couldn't tell. Yeah. I think... because I ran past that one Char NPC, it like marked me on the map, and so then everybody in the keep was able to see that there was a enemy on the map. 22 Mirages, yeah. That's alright, it was fun while it lasted. Got a few of them. Do you have a link to the Druid build you're playing? the Ranger link that's in the chat, and I'm using build 6, Condi Roamer, right now. I've got a few other World v World builds, but this is the one I'm the best at. World v1? World v1. I've been struggling with hollows today. Well, he lost all of the conditions I had on him the moment he got dismounted. I wonder if this is the one that beat me earlier. He's got... I think it might be, because he's got, like, perma resistance. Yeah, like, I can't even get him under 100% health. Alright. Yeah, that's a hard counter for me. As a druid main, my whole strategy can be boiled down to immobilize them and then get close and do a long cast time that does a lot of damage. But if they are moving around that much, I can't do it. The frogs softened her up. He's bored, doesn't want to fight weaklings. I assume you're talking about the hollow, because I was the weakling there. During my duel with him earlier today, neither of us could kill the other, but he was much more of a threat to me than I was to him, like, honest. Man, I can't wait to do some testing. The Astral 4 becoming a skill that you click once and then it just goes for the next 5 seconds. I can't wait to try that out. Like, figure out, like, where it fits in, like, the burst rotation for healing and for DPS. And, like, I also wonder if you start it, but then you drop Astral Form, will it still continue until it runs out? Or will it end early if you leave Astral Form? Much does your pain feel like your throat scraped raw? Sometimes. For most of the last 6 months, if I had, I told you that there's like build-up pain, like if I'm talking a lot during the day. It feels like something swells up and there's like a lump in my throat. I would tell the doctor that it felt like it was a plastic marble. Omaiwa Shindaru.
Nani?
She didn't realize that I could hit her through the wall, and then when she backed up, I invis to the other side of her. Whoa, I had 25 sacks of bleeding there for a second. Did they physically look down your throat? Yes. Twice they did a laryngoscopy, which is when they shove a camera up your nose and then it goes through your sinuses and then they can look down your throat all the way up until like the part that closes. They did that twice to me on different days. And they did a... What was the other one called? I think it was called like a video stroboscopy or something like that. Which is basically a more invasive version of it. The camera, but it went way down. It was really weird because I remember specifically I could feel the camera poking the inside of my throat right here. And I was trying so hard not to cough and just like, you know, spit while the guy was checking out the stuff. Yeah, it was very uncomfortable. But no, they never saw anything. So whatever it was not visible from the outside or inside of the throat. Do you have a ranger build video I can follow? What's up, Arizosa? Do you mean the build I'm playing right now, or just are you just asking in general? Did they check for sis? Yes, they checked for sis. They checked for that months ago. Oh, lag spike, lag spike, lag spike. That's my computer, not the game. And I know it. Yo, I got these frogs here to back me up. All that work I did in the swamp is paying off. Oh my god! Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Muck invert. Nerf mesmers. There's a conduit here too. Where is she? There she is. That's not where I tried to put that movement skill. There's so many of them. The cleave is killing my pets. I gotta back up. Got one. Got two. Ah, dang it. Shoot, I was having a good time there. Oh, man. I almost got 3, but then they got reinforcements. That was a lot of fun. Because I was winning. That was a lot of fun. Let's see. Hey, Muck, new to the channel. Want to say thanks to your video with Nagura. I got motivated to try out the game, and I've been having a blast. Got 2 zones 100% completed and working on my 3rd. Nice. That's awesome. Dude, that video ended up being, like, it did so much better than I could have possibly hoped, right? Like, Guild Wars 2 is, like, I've done collabs with different creators, and I have, done sponsored stuff for Guild Wars 2 before, and they were trying something new when they were like, hey, Muck, can we sponsor you to teach another creator something? I was like, yeah, sure, that sounds fun. And that ended up taking off. Oh my god, dude, more than I thought. I just looked at it. That video just passed 100,000 views. Dude, what happened? Hang on. Well, I mean, it's not going to hurt anything if I show you. Look at this. I don't know what happened right here, but all this, look at, like, the uptick. Like, I don't know if it just, like, maybe it was the Guild Wars 3 announcement? When was this? June 10th? No, that was around that time. What was the exact day they announced Guild Wars 3 on? What date was Guild Wars 3 announced? June 5th. Okay. So the uptick was after, maybe that's it. Maybe after the Guild Wars 3 announcement, people started Googling Guild Wars 2, and then this started taking off. And I would say, you know, Nagura has, like, I believe it's a German audience. So there might be some crossover there, because I think I would normally not be hitting the German audience. But yeah, that is pretty wild. I don't have a ton of videos that are over 100k views, so that is really awesome. That is really awesome. You should know the date since you knew it was coming, deceiving all of us. I mean, look, when you're keeping a secret for years, it's hard to remember the exact date of the day that you're allowed to tell the secret, you know? It's hard to keep track. Years? Yeah, give or take. I'm German. Didn't you say that your biggest audience is American Twitch sounds something? Yes, but, like, how can I phrase this? Like, if we look at my Twitch stats, there is a large population, a large chunk of my live audience is from Germany. Yes, but I'm pretty sure that if someone is looking up Guild Wars 2 stuff in German, like just in the German language, they're probably not going to hit my stuff because I don't speak German, but they would hit Nagura. Because Nagura has played Guild Wars 2 and speaks German. And then that might lead them to, you know, finding me through that collab. That's what I meant. And I could be completely wrong, you guys, but that's what I meant. Don't you have many over 1K? If you are looking at the fact that I have thousands of videos, I don't have a lot over 100K. Give me a second. Give me a sec. Okay, so this is my channel on my side. If I sort by views, all right, so here's, okay, so like almost 500K, and just scrolling down one page out of 1,035 videos, once we get to video number 30, we're already down to 177. And page 2, okay, so 60 of them are over 100K, and now we're under 100K. So roughly 60 out of, oh wait, the number's gone up. Okay, so out of over 1,000 videos, probably thousands, because I don't think it's showing all of them, I've got 60 that are over 100K. And usually, like, I feel like I'm not very good at making just a video that just pops off and goes viral, but I'm decent at making a video that continues to pull in views over a very long period of time. And so, like, the video takes, like, the Nagura video has been out for months, and it just passed 100K. That's an example of that. Oh, it's the Catalyst from earlier. Ha ha ha, I brought friends. Actually, I just joined in. Muck is sustained streaming, not burst. Yeah. Yeah, I never figured out how to make a video go, well, I mean, unless I just lied, you know? it just made some like real serious clickbait titles that don't deliver. Unless I did something like that, I don't really know how to make a viral sensation like Mr. Beast. But I can make stuff that works over time. Shut up, Darth. Muck, do you see this Scrapper or Hollow Smith? What's up, Sarah? You're asking like what you should play? Both are great. Personally, I enjoyed Scrapper a lot more than Hollow. But I will flat out say I got my butt kicked by a Hollow just like an hour ago. So there are some really good Hollow builds also. But for personal enjoyment, I like Scrapper. Oh, I was about to run at that guy and then the other 4 people rendered. I got the rev down, but it's taking too much damage. Oh man, look at all those markers. Oh, she stealthed right when I did that move, so it didn't connect. Mukluk away! Aww. You're hard to kill? It depends on the opponent. How is Soul Beast for World v World? There's multiple Soul Beast builds that work quite decently in World v World. Oh. Bonjour. I actually had to use every single utility, heal, and elite skill I had on that fight. There's a guy coming up behind me. I think he just stealthed, but most of my stuff's on cooldown right now. I would have died multiple times in these situations. I mean, I can't do this on every character. I've just got a lot of time on this build, so I know it very well. Mike, will you switch when Guild Wars 3 comes out? I will probably play both until I have exhausted like, Guild Wars 3 will be a new game, right? I will probably play it 6 days of the week and maybe leave Tuesday for Guild Wars 2 until I clear all of Guild Wars 3. And if I am so inspired and I see some opportunity to, I will make some guides for it. But, honest talk, I don't yet know if it's going to be good, right? I'm hopeful, I'm excited, but I don't know if it will be good yet. I haven't even seen gameplay other than the trailer, so same with all of you. So, I hope it's good. But like Guild Wars 1, for example, I liked Guild Wars 1, but I liked it like one playthrough liked it. Guild Wars 2, I liked it, you know, made a career out of it. So I don't know how I'm going to feel about Guild Wars 3 yet. So, you know, time will tell. That's the NDA talking. Ask me in a year. Do you ever play Necro in World v. World? I love Necro. Necro is my second most played class. Necro has a lot less escapes, with some exception. So it's like all the times you see me start to lose a fight and then I like slip away, I couldn't do that on Necro. I could duel okay, but I couldn't get away if I'm starting to lose. Okay, these are green people that are here to fight against the red camp. Oh, shoot! Where did the thief come from? Ah! Did you see me? But the target reticule wouldn't go. Dang it. I was trying to use my movement skill that heals me at the end of it, and I was like, click, 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 dead. It wouldn't fire. Because it was like, you don't have line of sight. You don't have line of sight. That thief was cheeky. The thief hit hard. The Dragon Hunter I downstated, and I was feeling okay versus the Vert, but then the thief just like chunked me really hard, and I couldn't recover. How hard is it to get the flying mount? Which one? So there's Skyscale and there's Griffin. They are both projects, but yeah, they just take a bit of time. Skyscale, if you do exclamation Skyscale in my chat, I have a video guide on how to get it in Secrets of the Obscure if you have that expansion. There's also a way to get it from Living World Season 4, but that way is longer. Okay, so they're starting to run away, so anyone that I can immobilize will probably get killed by the Horde. That's a few people. Now, I don't know if it's going to work, but what I did there was I went invisible for 2 seconds, and then I just ran through them. Because most of them are not going to expect me to do that while running for my life. Instant transmission! Who thought I was getting out of that alive? Raise a hands. Note that I'm not raising my hand. Yes, Muck, let's try to immobilize the most mobile spec in the game. I tried to immobilize like 3 people there, and we killed 2 of them. Alright, this is my Glacius, but most damage at longest range build. My goal is to include their catapults in all my attacks, because they can't heal those. You're running multiple builds? Yeah, this one I call the Arrow Cart. It's one I've had for a few years, and basically the whole deal is it is able to spam Barrage, Longbow 5, which is just long-range harassment. So it's the most damage I could do at the longest range possible. But it's very glassy. I can't kite well with it. It's really easy to lock me down and kill me, but if I'm behind a horde of people, or if I'm like on a wall, this is my build that'll pump out the most damage. And this just feels like a good time for it. This is not a dueling build. This is like an artillery build. Barrage on him to cleave if they try to revive. Got one. It also cripples, so it's nice for catching some people when they're trying to run. Oh, they're turning, they're turning. Wow, lucky. When I got caught with the baby gates, I was like, oh, I'm dead. Man. I just remembered that buff the Dragon Hunters are getting. The baby gates are going from 5 seconds down to 3, but they're going down to like a 30-second cooldown, so they're going to try to baby gate us way more often. Speaking of Dragon Hunter, down to the DH. Alright, that's one. Uh-oh, am I okay? Okay, yeah, they didn't follow it up. Whoa. I got booped. It interrupted my barrage. Hey, Makael. Hey, Nam. This guy's... There's a guy here typing the Pokemon rap. Think you skipped a few verses. Ow. I got hit with a catapult or a trebuchet shot, something. How does a squad dwindle down when you got 2 clouds of people storming with heals? Just focusing enough damage on one target. I'm not technically with this squad, so I'm not on their comms. I don't know what their, what orders they're giving and stuff. I'm just trying to keep pumping damage into the pile so that, it helps raise the likelihood of someone falling down. Like that. Ah, dang it. They're onto me. I wanted to take out their catapult. Yeah. Like I said, if I get jumped, I cannot kite with this build. But, fair play. Yeah, I was trying to see if I could, chip down their catapult, but they were keeping an eye on it. What reward track do I have right now? Soto. Alright. That's right, I think I was doing that for, relics. I'm on EU right now. Alright, chat. I'm back in my Condi build. Let's see what I can do over here. There's a ballista up here too. A couple of ballistas actually. Oh shoot, I don't have any astral power. No! Curse you, arena nets. Why don't I respawn with astral power? Oh my god, dude, there's so many guild. Ah! What? Dude, I got dismounted and thrown off the cliff in the same motion. I don't even know how that happened. Do you have a guide for quickly earning a gift of battle? There's only one way to get Gift of Battle, and that's from playing World v World. It's the only method to get it in the game. Now you can use things like boosters or guild hall buffs to speed that up a little bit to shave some time off. But you just get in there, you turn on the Gift of Battle reward track, and you just make sure you run around and do stuff so that you don't get marked as inactive. See, the Astral doesn't fill up when you're mounted, chat. So I went in there and tried to like get in combat, and then I went to click my weapon swap here, and it did not work. Ah, baited. She was, not paying attention. I don't like this spot. It's too open. Dude, they are chasing. All right, is it just one of them now? One down, 500 to go. Waiting on Astral. Behind enemy lines, chat. Tempest Reaper. Tempest down. Keeping Tony on him. Did he misform? Where did it go? Oh, there he goes. He went away from his teammate. Reaper's like, nah, muck this, I'm out. I was trying to hit the trebuchet with that. It didn't work, though. This, Mesmer is hands down the scariest one of the bunch. Like I said. She's worth like 3 of the others. It's unfortunate. My Entangle does a lot of damage, and I was trying to use it here, and I was hoping to hit the Trebuchet and the Ballista, but it didn't hit the Treb. It woke up the Mirage raid boss, though.
Mukluk Dennis.
Hey, X4, thanks, buddy. Mirage had all the legendary PvP. That doesn't imply that they're skilled. If they got like a title, then it's like, oh, okay. It's lunchtime, so we're gonna multitask now. Muck, why does Warrior feel terrible in World v World? I'm going to say this as nicely as possible. It's because you need practice. World v World, Warrior is an absolute terror on the battlefield. And most people that don't agree don't know how to play it very well. But it is a high skill cap. It is harder to play a good Warrior than it is for me to play Ranger. And I admit that. I completely admit that. But it is, a good Warrior is terrifying. Like, there's nothing I can do against it. Melee Berserker or Gunzerker? Both of those are quite good. Paragon, I would say I'm most scared of Spellbreakers. But Zerkers and Bladesworn and Paragons, I've won fights against and lost fights against all of them. Wow. 200 people versus an Amalgam. The Amalgam got away. I'd love to outfit a character for World v World, but understand none of it. Fascinating to watch, though. I mean, it's not terribly complicated. Like, if you don't care about the points thing, then it's simply run around and have fun. If you're on your own, you can attack resource camps. If you are with, like, you know, a couple of people, you could attack towers. If you're with, like, maybe 10 people, you could attack keeps. And it takes a lot of people to take down Stoneless Castle. So right now, this is a resource camp. And resource camps will periodically send out those Dolyaks that you see running around. And they will travel to the other towers and keeps and stuff nearby and level them up. So even if you're solo, if you're taking out the resource camps, that is annoying for them to deal with. But you can also just run around and try to find fights, you know, just 1v1 people. Or if you don't like being alone, you could run around and follow a blob, like a big group of people, like I was a few minutes ago, and just hit what they hit. Reaper wards. I see someone. One of the reasons I've really grown to like World v World lately is the cooldowns on Druid abilities in World v World are less than they are in PvP. So I can use my buttons that make my brain make the happy juice more often. Are they AFK? No. There they go. Oh, conduit. Conduit's paying attention. Uh-oh. This is getting out of hand. Now there are 3 of them. All right, Tony, you hit that one. I'll get this one. She's like, and just turned and left. She came back, so I assumed she was gonna fight. All right. If I got beat by someone in PvP and they had Twitch in their name and I go to their stream and I see that they're eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich while killing me, I'd be like, you know what, it's time to log off. That hurt. I just removed 22 stacks of torment. Oh, okay, well, you did that quick, so I can just stomp now. Four in a row, but I don't think number 3 counts.
Chomp raided my stream with 116 viewers.
Hey, Chomp, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome. We are just doing some World v World and chatting right now. Also eating a sandwich. Alright, I'm gonna try to take those. We love where we rolled and sandwiches. You've come to the right place. 1 minute on that supervisor. I recoiled when you opened your bags. Alright, I want to show you something. I still have 208 slots open. That is enough room to hold you and your opinion. My bags are fine. I might even have more open bag space than you have bag space. I've been working on crafting a full set of the 32 slot bags, but holy, the runes are expensive. There's one free 32 slot bag with completion of the Season of the Dragons achievement. There's another 32 slot bag with that one quest in Sandswept Isles. And the reinforced boreal trunks are a little bit cheaper to make than other 32 slot bags. But yeah, the price of the Supreme Runes of Holding has gone up over the years. Oh my god. The dredge. They're so annoying to fight. Is Deadeye hard to play? It's a glass cannon. It hits really freaking hard, and most Deadeyes are ranged, but that might change in the upcoming patch. It hits really hard, but it's also really squishy. So it's all about how well can you move and not... Oh, there's an LA on me. How well can you move and not get caught? Alright, Tony, finish her off. I'll get the dredge. Hey. I appreciate the offer, but Mom made me a sandwich before she left. I just ate it. Thank you. Boop. Got it. Regarding World v. World, been a while since I dipped in. How is camp fill and chill for some steady gift of battle progress when I'm not in the mood for zerging? Still viable for the point score changes? Yeah. Gift of battle comes from a reward track. And flipping, like, I just flipped a camp there. Like, being in a blob versus being on your own does not make the reward track go faster. So, you can absolutely just mess with camps. As long as you're active. Like... It constantly will tick down your participation, so you need to make sure you're doing something. But as long as you're active, even if it's just running around hitting camps, you can get gifts of battle. Such a nice kid. He is a good kid. Is it really a gift if you have to work for it? I mean, they could just have you play World v. World with no rewards. So, I guess it's a gift. World v. World, the unpaid internship. Alright, I would get the Dolyak, but I'm already marked, so the red base can see me on the map. So I'm going to go straight for their resource camp. Alright, we are going to line of sight these over here behind the pillar. Ah, somebody else just joined in. Two somebodies just joined in. Dang it. Three somebodies just joined in. So... couldn't do anything. Yeah, they had a good set of skills for catching a ride. There's 3 Necros that were all trying to hit me with, like, Fears and Spectral Grasp and Chill, and then 1 Engineer. You're popular? Well, you know. I am what I am. Prop says, hey, maybe you can help me with something getting back into the game. What last I left was in Living World Season 2. Should I continue with that or start working on the next X-Pack? Not sure if I should do Living World or jump straight to Heart of Thorns. What do you recommend? If you care about the story, just do it in order. But if there's a specific feature... Okay, let me give you an example. Let's say you're playing Engineer, but you really want to play Mechanist. And Mechanist unlocks an End of Dragons. You could go... You could just go ahead and get End of Dragons and get the class that you really want to play, and then play the game in order after that, you know, if that's going to be more fun for you. Because the whole point is to have fun, whatever brings you joy. But otherwise, I would just do them in order, personally. This is dangerous for me. Oh no, the weapons! Oh my god. I clicked to leave Astral Form 4 times. Now, I don't know that I would have lived, even if it had worked, but I could not get my guy to drop Astral Form and go back to my weapon. Normally, when I play on EU, as someone who lives in NA, it's fine, but occasionally that happens. It's very annoying. Just came back after years of absence. I'm a little lost on my Necro. I invested a lot into it back in the day. I'm just confused about my build and skills. Is it better for me to relearn or just make a new class? Slasky, there was no right answer here. I came back to the game after a 5-year break. I couldn't remember how to play my characters, so I made a new one. And by the time it was level 80, I kind of felt like I was back into, like, the groove. And then I went back to playing my old characters. So that's what I did, but you don't have to do that. Oh, dang it. I was about to attack them, but I am in combat now, so I can't swap builds. Please live combat. Alright, so they're taking this tower. I can't fight all of them. What I can do, though, is this. Alright, so there's a low chance of this working, chat, but here's the idea. They cap the tower, they leave. My build can solo tower lords. However, I can't, it takes me forever to catapult through a wall. So the goal here is simply to survive inside the wall and cap the tower back after they leave. We'll see if this works. Bright green siege turtle. Well, I'm under the bridge. Okay, he just left. Won't they sniff you? No, I took a shower recently. It's fine. Mike, I just completed the Dive Master achievement, then I realized I needed to complete the Master Diver achievement, and now I don't know whether to be happy or sad. Pick happy. Let's see, I gotta wait 4 minutes. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna put my dishes away and use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Don't tell anyone I'm here. Hey, still alive. Nice. Alright. 2 minutes. Let's see. Muck's gone, time for chaos. Muck's back. Can you swap characters during story? Yes. For example, this character, my ranger, did the whole story except in End of Dragons. I was really hooked on playing my engineer. So this character never did End of Dragons. So like, I did all this, but EOD I did on a different tune. And then I was back on my ranger after that. So you can swap characters if you want during those. Can I mount under here? You do not have enough space to mount. Nope, I'm too fat. Is this worth it? I don't know. But if it works out, I'll get the tower back without even having to break the walls. And that's pretty cool. Is there a good video you can recommend for a story recap? Not off the top of my head. I'm not sure if any creators have done that. Oh wait, didn't Didn't Rook have one? There was a thing she did for some official Guild Wars 2 event where she did like a presentation that was like the entire story of Guild Wars so far up to a certain point. All right. 2, 1. Oh my god. The yoink. Bro! Rude. Okay. Got the ads down. Now it's just me and the Tower Lord. Which again, I can kill. It just depends on, is anybody gonna come mess with me? What build are you playing? Condi Druid is the short answer. If you want the long answer, exclamation build, click on my Ranger link. I'm running build number 6 right now. Crap! No! I even got the Scrapper. I was winning against the Scrapper and the Lord both. And then the Chrono showed up. Damn. I would have gotten away with it too if not for those meddling Chronos. That's actually the first... We've run into, like, what? 1 Virtuoso, but, like, 5 times. And, like, 14 Mirages today. That's the first Chrono I've seen today. Did the balance patch drop? That's July 14th. Is that an alt, or did you change your fashion? It is a... disguise. Just throwing them off the trail. Ugh. Session out. Green blob coming toward blue keep. Yeah, that was unfortunate, because, like, when I died up there, I could have dropped down under there and, you know, fought them without the Lord, but I thought there was a chance of beating them, and I did beat the Scrapper, but I thought there was a chance of winning that battle without having to reset the Lord's health back to full, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do this. And I did indeed beat the Scrapper, but then the Chrono was just too much, and it was too quick before I could register. I finished, let's see, Amnitas Gearbox. Okay, cool. What relics do I not have on my account? Relic of Lear is one of them. Upon healing an ally, shield up to 4 allies, redirect a percentage of any strike damage they take to yourself. Alright, one more. While I'm doing World v World, I'm slowly getting all the relic collections filled in. What's the lore behind World v World? I don't know if there is lore. Like, Edge of the Mist is supposed to be like, you know, by the mist, but the rest of it, I honestly don't know if there is. I'm gonna try this. Oof, this is gonna be a lot. This is going to be a lot. Oh, that's not good. I got stunned instantly. Is there a player here? There is a player here, okay. I was like, where did all these conditions come from? And then realized there was a herald under that huge pile. Ah, dang it, she came back. Dang. I was okay with fighting the Herald plus the 20 ads, but the other player coming back was too much. Rip. Do I have to be rank 500 to craft the World v World Legendary set? I made a guide on that like 6 years ago. It's still on YouTube. If you do exclamation legend, you can pull it up. Off the top of my head, I don't remember the answer to that. I remember that there's like the legendary World v World gear, and then there's the legendary World v World gear that has the cooler graphics. The cooler graphics stuff might require a higher rank. And then there's also, I remember Warbringer, the backpack required a certain rank. Hey Muck, currently working on builds for solo duo engineer builds. Mechanist is no option, I don't like it. Conti, Hollow, or Power Scrapper better. If you're playing with somebody else, I like Scrapper because you can send out Function Gyro to save them. Hollow is very deadly if you can play it well. I'm not very good at it, so I don't play Hollow. Monk made the legendary rune, and now I have a lot of runes I don't need. Any idea what to do with them? There might be some Mystic Forge recipes that use them. Honestly, if it were me, I would just salvage them. Just use a good salvage kit on them. There's an amalgam chasing me. I think this was the guy that like 20 of us tried to catch earlier and we couldn't catch him.
New prey.
So amalgam was stronger than 20 people. I don't have any astral power. Oh, that's not good. Shoot, he interrupted my cleanse. Okay, he just evaded all of that. Interrupted my heal again. Interrupted my heal again. Well, at least I can sleep soundly knowing that engineers will not be in Guild Wars 3 because of the timeline. Them and Guardians will not be there. I can't even get them below full health. This is ridiculous. Yeah. I cannot even get him below full health. Don't hate Engies because of Amalgam. Oh, it's too late. It's too late. The whole pool's tainted. That is crazy. I have won some 1v3s today and lots of 1v2s, and I can't get Amalgam below 100% health. Barrier's OP. It's not just the barrier. He had perma resistance, so he couldn't be immobilized. He had very high uptime on like every other boon, including stability, including barrier, including cleansing, and he also had extremely high mobility, lockdown, and damage. You can't have all of that. That's like saying Mewtwo is a fair Pokemon. Like if you got high mobility, high defense, high sustain, high damage, and high lockdown, like you need to be weak in some category. You can't have all of that. Life is not fair. I know. That's why I play video games. Where we can control them. Muck Ranger's gonna have a locked DPS. Yep, and Bladesworn will have a support. As weird as that sounds. Tried to pull him into that to see if it would mess with him a bit. Didn't really. Yeah, I've killed a lot of Reapers today. This is probably the best one. Oh, that's the amalgam. If he joins in, I'm dead. I couldn't beat him alone. Well, that is a not great Reaper. Oh, crap. Why didn't my Sunbreak work? A third Reaper. Oh my god, you dime a dozen chicken McNobodies. Holy crap. It's gotta go to the store and get a carton of a dozen Reapers. I'm lucky at least the amalgam left me alone. Alright. I killed one of the Reapers. The Char one I couldn't take down, and that amalgam staring me down is making me nervous, and then a Sylvari Reaper joined in too. Reaper's on sale right now? Yeah. Honestly, the build that guy was running will be a little deadlier in the next patch, because Focus, what is it? Focus and Axe are getting their cooldown shortened to baseline. So, like, the hardest thing that he was hitting me with was was it Chillblains, and it's getting its cooldown reduced, and Chillblains is terrifying. Mako was cleaning out Champ Bandit bounties, killed a Moa while killing the Bandit. That spawned the legendary Moa, then he killed the Champ Bandit, which spawned the legendary Bandit. Huh? I didn't even know there was a legendary Moa. Mud, can Mirages still confuse you with clones at your level? Yes, somewhat. Like, I fought multiple Mirages today. And there's some I beat and some I couldn't and I ran away from. Like, the problem is, like, fighting 2 Mirages, you constantly have, like, 12 of them around you. It's crazy. Like, it is a class that if there's more of that class there, the confusion, like, the real-life confusion, you know, scales at a astronomical level. Against one Mirage, I'm usually okay as long as I've got something like an object to run around, like a tree or a building or something. I think today we fought like 2 or 3 Condi Mirages. and one power one. And the power one, I mean, he might have just not been great. I don't know. But the power one didn't really give me a hard time. The Condi Mirages, I fought 2 of them at this exact camp earlier today. And I was kiting the 2 of them for minutes on end. And finally, like, they had more people show up, and I was just like, alright, I gotta go, or I'm gonna die. So I didn't end up really winning or losing that fight. We had to just split off. But I wasn't killing them quickly, that's for sure. Oh, Heisen's in the chat. Oh, that actually reminds me. The other day, Heisen actually... Well, Heisen and there was another person that did it, where they did some kind of combo with Mirage, and it killed me from full health to 0 in 1 second. So I know there's a... And I'm in Trailblazer gear. I'm not in Glass Cannon gear like Viper or Berserker. So I know there's a pretty imba build on Mirage that can just come out of Invis and kill you instantly. But fortunately, not many people seem to know how to play it. What's the point of claiming objectives for the guild? If I claim objectives for the guild, then all of these bonuses will be available at that objective. So sometimes it's worth doing even when I'm alone, just because I can do things like pick up more supply and stuff. Oh, dang it. Dang it. Ah, everything missed. Oh. Hello, I'm new to Guild Wars 2, trying to learn PvP. Normally play healer in other games. Problem is I have no friends currently playing. Is it worth learning DPS or to learn support? In PvP, you can absolutely just queue as a support player. And you can heal other people in the match. That is common. You can do that. Dude, what is there someone else hitting me right now? I'm taking so much damage. Also, I can't... I think she was desynced. I was trying to stomp her repeatedly, and it wouldn't work. I think she might have actually been, like, at the surface or something, but it wasn't showing it correctly. That was weird. Y'all ever had that where you try to stomp or revive someone and you're tapping F, but it just will not happen? I think it's a desync. Galebow works underwater too, didn't know that. Any of the special weapons, like yeah, there's the luminary ones, there's like the NG kits, you know, astral form for druid, anything where you hit a button and your 1 through 5 changes typically works underwater, other than traditional weapon swap. Well, I mean, even that works underwater, it's just a bit different. How many people are here? Oh, that's rough. The moment... Okay, yeah. The Willbender. He's the one that got me. The Vert I had stunned. That Core Ranger's not going to have that kind of burst. It was the Willbender. Rip. Let's see. If I did play support, that's the stuff. There's so many classes, so it confuses me. Yeah. Let's see, I've just got a few more minutes. Base Necro, is that a resurgence? Core Necro in PvP has always been solid. Core Necro has the, like, Fear Romancer build. There's a build where your fear becomes a damaging condition, and then you just take, like, every single tool that gives you fear. And it's very nasty. Also, hot take, I think Core Shroud is more fun than most of the Elite Spec Shrouds. I think Core Shroud is very enjoyable. Mike, what are your opinions on Core Engie and PvP? Don't run into it much. There's one guy I run into in Conquest sometimes, and I think he's been playing the same Core Engineer build for like 5 years, and he's pretty good with it, but he's running like all kits, so he's got a very, very large toolbox, so to say, but you gotta just have a lot of muscle memory for that. Fear Romancer, like a love-hate thing? No. Oh shoot, can I get there in time? Oh, it's him. Oh, you can have it. That's the guy that I couldn't get him below 100% health. That's the guy that was able to outlast 20 people beating on him and made it to the castle. Nerf Amalgam. Oh. Still need to practice that. Ink Blast launches you backwards, so I was trying to do About Face Ink Blast to make myself go, in the direction that is currently forward for me, but I fumbled it. Now, I would, if it was anyone but a ranger, I would leave the pet on him and then go hit something else. But it's, oh my god! Dude, I dodged that. Like, I saw those war claws coming in from my peripheral and dodged the impacts. Oh my god. Okay, I need to pretend to go this way, then nope, I can't juke him. Dang. So I wanted to try to juke them, but they had reveal on me, so I couldn't. Where did they go? There's one of them. Spellbreaker is typically a hard counter to me. Could just see what happens. Of course, the boss is invulnerable, so I don't really want the boss here. I would fight him plus the other ads if I could, like, run him around a bit, but the boss would be invulnerable and beating on me the whole time. Okay, he's got staff. Oh, the amalgam guy. Yes! Nice. Alright, he used a vengeance, so now I just gotta run around until his pacemaker gives up. Alright. Don't think I can beat him, but... hit the amalgam a bit more. No. I don't know what he's doing. Like, he knows he, like, 9 fights out of 10, that amalgam knows he's gonna beat me. Maybe 99 out of 100. So I'm kind of surprised that he just, like, poked me and then backed up. I guess he's just trying to, show me who's boss. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I just got a whisper from someone I don't know, and it says, why the F did bro use vengeance? I'm guessing it's the amalgam, and he was coming in to revive the guy, and he's mad that the guy hit the kill me button. Spellbreaker doesn't win this matchup. Versus Condi Druid? A good Spellbreaker does. Because the main thing with with Druid is they immobilize the target, and then they get close to the target, and they channel this, and it goes 1, 2, 3, and the hard hit is on the 3. Spellbreaker, any warrior that's running the trait where they can break out of movement impairments as much as they want, will just back away before the third pulse happens, and then continue to just beat the hell out of me. So I will never be able to get that off on a good Spellbreaker, and they have all the tools they need to counter me besides that. Like, I can't lock them down, and if they know how a Druid works, they will just step back anytime my nuke goes off. Do you have a CC option to enable closed captions? Only the default one on the stream, sorry. How's it going today? It's going great, dude. Just had a very fun session in World v World, but I'm about out of time. Let's deposit our loot and head out. He was respecting the 1v1. The amalgam? Yeah, maybe. Muck, where would you say you fall in PvP skill? I heard this game has an intense PvP ceiling, but I have no context of what I'm watching. Hope this makes sense. I am good enough that the matchmaking occasionally puts me against the top people in the game, but I get my butt kicked when I fight the top people in the game. So, like, if the top people are 100, maybe I'm like an 85. Like, honestly. The pinnacle of where I've been on the ladder is Platinum 2. I would say with the increase in player population, that probably puts me around, like, high Gold 3 these days. But yeah, there's definitely some people that I feel like even if I get the jump on them and I get the opener, I can't win. It's just like they're playing... Like, Ranger doesn't have a very high skill ceiling. I'm quite decent at it because I've played it a long time and I really enjoy it. But if you're playing a class like Weaver at the skill ceiling, that ceiling is higher than Ranger's. So Weaver has, like, a lot more tools at its disposal. If you could play it well, I can't do anything. Spellbreaker is kind of the same. Spellbreaker does not have a whole lot of buttons, but they're really powerful, and if you know when to use them, the other person is perma-stunned. Like, they cannot play the game. They are just permanently locked down. I just got my first character to 80. I think it was too fast. I'm still in level 50 story chapters. I'm learning stuff still. Lugran, that's totally fine. When you go back and do the level 50 stuff, you will be squished down to that level, and you will get proper rewards for your while you're doing it. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And that's the thing in the world map too, if there's any new folks here that don't know about that. Like, if you're level 80, and then you go do Caledon Forest, you'll be squished down to, like, level 15 while you're working on world map comp. So you're still getting XP toward your max level XP bar. The biggest plus is knowing your class, knowing other classes and countering. Muck really knows Ranger. It's true. I'm okay at some Ingi and some Necro builds. I'm best at Ranger just because I really enjoy it, so I've played the hell out of it for the last few years. But as I said, there are some things that even that can't overcome, like the current state of Amalgam. If I'm fighting an Amalgam, like, one, it's kind of overpowered. It's like, here's me, like, it's Ranger and then Engineer, and it's like, here's me with my skill level, and here's Amalgam, and then here's an Amalgam with a high skill level. And it's just like, I can't overcome that if they're good. If it's a bad Amalgam, then yeah, I'll always try the fight, but I frequently can't beat them if they know what they're doing. So they're very, very strong right now. There's no issue with the current state of Amalgam. Found the Engineer main. Engineer main spotted. Like, hell, I feel like I just recently found a way to sometimes beat Willbenders, and that's after like 3 years. And it's simply accept their god for 10 seconds, run around screaming, and just dodge for your life, then start to fight back, as most of their cooldowns start to run out. That's my current strat versus Willbenders as Druid. Muck, what is it about Ranger that draws you to keep coming back to it? I mean, I like have it being a pet class. In this game, there's a few pet classes, but I like being a pet class. On top of that, it's a little of everything. The build I'm running in PvP has a little bit, like a bit of sustain, so someone's not going to kill me with weak chip damage. It's got a bit of mobility, so sometimes I can get away from a fight. It's got a bit of lockdown, so if they don't have enough Condi Cleanse or CC, I can take advantage of that. It feels like it's not excellent at one thing, but it's got a chance in every category. And I really like that. Like, it's not just Ranger, it's like the specific builds of Ranger I play. Like, Mechanist is a pet class, but Mechanist does not... Because if you become a Mechanist, you give up your tool belt, so they have very small amounts of customization, I feel like. So although I enjoy playing Mechanist, in PvP, I often look at mechs as a free kill. Now, obviously, if someone else is fighting me and a mech joins in, that's just more damage. It is not good, but they are not difficult to run circles around, because it's like every mech runs Shift Signet. They don't have a tool belt, so they don't have any stun breaks or condition cleanse from their tool belt, and then they got 2 more utility slots. So I feel like Mechanists run out of stun breaks and condition cleanse really quickly, which works great for me, because I use both of those. Are robots pets? Yes, robots are... The Mechanist mech is considered a pet in the same way that a Ranger's pet is considered a pet. But Necromancer summons are different. Those are considered minions, and you don't have the same control over those. Do stats have diminishing returns as they increase in Guild Wars 2? No. I mean, chance to crit caps at 100%, and increase boon or condition duration caps at 100%, so there's no need to take those stats above 100. For example, like most DPS and PvE will simply look to see like how much crit they get from Fury. So let's say 25% chance, and they'll be like, okay, so I need 75% chance to crit plus Fury, and then I'm done with crit and put the rest into power or ferocity, stuff like that. Do you have a set Guild Wars 2 stream schedule? I stream every single evening and every weekday morning. I do Guild Wars 2 specifically on Tuesdays, and whenever there is a like new content release or Twitch drops, I usually just do a ton of Guild Wars 2 for like a week straight. So I'll be back in about 5 hours for the evening Guild Wars 2 stream if you wish to hang out with me then. But with that, I am out of time. So thank you guys for joining me today, as always. I hope you had fun. Few plugs on the way out. If you're new here, my name is Muck. I stream every evening and every weekday morning. I will be back this evening, about 5 hours. Hit the follow button if you're on Twitch. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. There's links to my YouTube channels in the chat. And a special thank you to the patrons. Couldn't do this without them. And there's a link to that if you want to be a supporter. Shilling complete. Let me see if I can find someone to raid on the Twitch side. Looks like Maddie is live. I'll raid Maddie. He's good people. All right, I'm going to give Maddie a raid. If you want to watch more Guild Wars 2, then sit tight. I'll pass you over to another streamer right now. But if you want to hang out with me, I will be back tonight. See ya.